I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Off the play fake. Trout. He's going to look deep down the field. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. They may have thrown the interception. Obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Pushes him over. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Now, 1st quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. Trout. Forced out to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Off the bootleg. Trout. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
7-7, our score after 1. He'll drop to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this throw caught left side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers have taken the lead. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now it's Parker. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Oh, none of that.
Najee Harris. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now it's Parker. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down at 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to the left there, complete to Howard.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 9 now. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st down, Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
55, Mike 55. No gain on this defense, no gain. 55 is my guy, 55. Smash, smash.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Check the backer, check the backer.
And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off play action. Trout.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. to throw from his end zone. Trout looking left side. That's complete to Oliver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
.157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now it's Parker. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They go play action here on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. I see tight. Scoot. He's time to move. He's time to bust.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. White team, right here. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Now it's Parker. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Back to throw here. To Mixon on the check down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Now it's Parker. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team And let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Able to find his man, John Phillips. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Check 20. Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Operating from the gun, Trout. It's complete. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Trout. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, they run with Mixon.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Who that? Who that? Mike, drop low 18. 55.
They'll look to throw.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
This is caught at the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
Matt Gay is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Viking 18. Cowboy 80. Screen. Safe. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 146 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,